Time for Walter White to come back out. We are blue. It's a f***ing AU Falcon, mate.
But why? Why is it here?
This is going to go back in the car now, and we'll bolt even more stuff onto it once it's in there.
We have blue bits. Usually I was about to rip a terrible line there.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got the 33 GT-R LM car back in the shop with us. One of our good friends and customers, Himmy, owns this car. He originally brought it to us back in, I think it was 2022. We took it to the Sydney GT-R Festival. It wasn't perfect back then when he first had it, so after all that, he dropped it off to us and he's like, let's restore it back to its glory days. So he's entrusted us with the task of doing that. We're hopefully going to accomplish that fairly soon. When it was at the panel shop, we did notice when we had all the body kit off to fix all the repairs and do everything like that, we did notice it still had the graphics underneath it from the race team when it was a race car. So that's pretty special to know. Probably one of the rarest cars we've had in the shop to date so far. So there's rumours that there's only one of 25 of this body kit on that style car, which we're pretty lucky to have it in the shop.
Have a look in here and tell me what you'd want to do to this car after it's cleaned and still looks like this. So what do you reckon we're going to do now, Dylan?
Maybe time for one of those underbody restorations.
It's time for Walter White to come back out.
He's coming back out.
Yeah, let's do it. Seems like a bit of an endless job, this underbody restoration. Just drop those coilovers out and then we'll get masked and painted. We are blue. Something a bit different, but it's going to look pretty good once everything's back in it and painted black as well, all the subframes and things like that. We'll wait a minute for this to take off and then we're going to start unmasking it. It's going to be cool. Something different.
What do you reckon, Stu?
Killer.
First reaction.
Yeah, I was looking and going, wow.
We've got Himmy's LM. We've just about got the whole underbody and everything all back together. We've gone through just the little details when you're doing an underbody restoration. Just about every nut and bolt is brand new under here now, so it is very time consuming. We did go for something different. We've colour matched the Raptor underneath it. If you haven't seen the reels, go back on our Instagram and have a look. There's a few reels of this all getting done. It's pretty cool to watch. So next up from this stage, we're going to get the engine back in this thing, but before we do that, we're just going to go through a mountain intercooler, have a look where that's going to sit, and then Himmy's also gone for a twin turbo setup on this one as well on his 3.4 litre. So we'll unwrap these and give you a quick look first. If I was more prepared, I would have had a knife in my back pocket. And with this vehicle, you'll notice straight away that they are Greddy's.
Upside down.
Upside down. Just to match the rest of it. It's copping a 2630, which is actually being bought out to a 3.4 litre, so it's going to make some decent power. Trying to keep it, with this car being the LM Series 33, we're trying to keep it back to as original as it came out. So just keeping everything neat and tidy on it. It's not going full race car spec build, even though it pretty well is. But yeah, we'll get this cooler mounted up and see how that sits and get an engine back in it shortly. We've mounted Himmy's cooler. Next stage from here for this car is going to be assemble the engine, get the engine back in, and then get the M-Tron ECU working its magic on everything. So at the moment we're just going to push this car out and wait until you see what we've got next.
What have we got next, Justin?
It's not what you're going to expect from a shop like us, and you're probably not going to be allowed to put this in a video anyway.
Oh, wow.
But in case you haven't noticed, we have a fucking AU Falcon, mate. Look at that.
Oh God, it's bright out here.
It's bright because there's a fucking beautiful day.
It is. It's much better than it has been. What is that, Justin?
It's a fucking AU Falcon, mate.
But why? Why is it here?
Because it needs some love. All right, so we're going to give it some love.
We don't do that here.
No, we don't. So I don't know where this video is going, but I don't know. We'll see. We're putting glass back in the LM now so we can move it around and not get all the rest of it dirty. It has been repainted, so all the glass did get pulled out of it to get the paint done properly. All the wide body actually came off this car and separated from the original and all fixed up and put back on. So we'll get the glass back in it today and we'll keep going from there. All right, update on the LM. We've got the cylinder head back. So it's actually a 2630 going back in that car. It's a Spool 3.4, Nitto oil pump, truss sump, and the cylinder head that we got done did take a little bit of time because we'll show you in a minute when we unwrap it. But it's oversized valves, it's ported, it's polished. It's made to handle and flow 1,000 horsepower at certain RPMs. So we've got a Chromatic gasket, we've got ARP 2000s, it will have also the ATI Balancer on there as well. Timing belt, these are actually Gates made timing gears, adjustable. We have the cylinder head. Something pretty cool with this car, like it's all blue, you've seen it above and underneath it now. It has a lot of chrome and blingy bits on it as well. So we've polished the front covers up, all the runners and everything are all polished as well. And we have this big polished tappet covers and centerpiece as well. So first things first is we're gonna go out and copper coat our gasket, and then we will open the studs up and get all those ready. Give the block a bit of a clean and then we'll put it together. Here it is, it's all back together. So just to go for a little bit of a run through on it and the parts that we've used on this, it's got Greddy twin T67 turbos on the Greddy Manifold. It does also have stainless exhaust, but we'll put them on once it's all in the car. Kinsler mechanical fuel pump, PRP Trigger Kit. We've got the Hypertune V1 Manifold, the ATI Balancer, Nitto intake gaskets, and the truss sump that's on there. This is going to go back in the car now, and we'll bolt even more stuff onto it once it's in there.
Samsona box sequential going into the LM33. This is Samsona's RS90 5-speed. It's got the bigger gears in it, a little bit stronger. So this thing should hopefully make around the 850 to 900 horsepower mark. But with the bigger tyres and that, you know, we opted to go with the 5-speed just to be that little bit stronger in it. So yeah, we're about to chuck it up in the car now and then chuck the cross member in that's down here as well, PRP cross member that they do for Samsonas, which is bolts up into the factory position. And then, yeah, we'll show you get going in as well. All right, because we're just test fitting this up to go off to get all the fab work done. We haven't got the flywheel, the clutch on, just makes it a lot easier for us to put it up in there. So yeah, we'll just chuck this up in there, and then once it gets back from getting all the pipe work done, we'll pull it back off, measure up for a new clutch, and then slip it on back in there.
We have blue bits. Usually, oh fuck, I was about to rip a terrible line there. Yeah, I just look, I'm like, Kirsty's looking away, I'm like, fuck, oopsie. This here, this guy there. Clip, 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 clip. All the pieces. Himmy will be very happy once this is very close. Wire this thing, we're about to fire it up, so we're not far off. We're probably, geez, we're close. I'm not going to put time on it because I don't know when the video's going to go out, so we don't know when it's going to be.
Who knows?
But from the time of me talking about this, I say a week and a half it'll be started. But it does look nice. Look at Andy holding the bar, he doesn't know what to do.
Come on, Andy.
I don't know what to do.
It's got no plumbing, no fuel pumps, no app, no surge chain.
That's what I said, a week and a half.
And then move it.
How would you make it?
Away we go to make more noise. I'm not coming over near you. You were using eye protection, so I'm worried. I'm worried there's actually a problem if you're using eye protection.
Yes, wearing all my PPE today, Dylan.
Not only today, always.
Every day is PPE day.
We've also done a few little custom changes to the body kit that Himmy requested, just to make it, I guess, a bit more of his own car. Because of the changes we've made on the body kit, we've had to go with some special suspension, so we've put custom air cups in it, so we can lift it and lower it as we're trying to get up gutters or speed bumps, whatever you want to do with this. Since this car is so special, Himmy wanted those few extra little special touches to it, and we thought titanium cooler piping would be the perfect touch for it. So it's off to Impress Fabrication now to get all that done for us. In the next episode, we'll see the final product of that. We'll get the first startup, we'll get to hear it for the first time in a long time with the new exhaust on it. Twin turbo, all this sort of stuff, so it's going to be pretty special for us and for you guys following at home. So hang around, we'll see you in the next one.